Alright guys, you are turning into iCup TV. Now this is going to be Division A qualifiers between 7X inactive team versus uPro Legends multi-gaming team. And yeah, so competing for uPro Legends, it will be Rancor, who's going to be the purple protest, and his opponent will be spawning here on the top right on Bloody Ridge. It'll be 7X's inactive team's light here, so it will be a PvP here. And oopsie, I totally just did not mute my microphone there. I do apologize. So I'll be very interested. Now, just give you a little statistics background on both on the players, but this team rather. If you guys don't remember, what the qualifiers are, it's qualifying for Division A, as like the title stands for, or suggests. But not only that, there's a build order, by the way, for both players. And what it pretty much means is that, you know, the top or the second place players from Division B1, Division B2 play the 7th and 8th placers in Division A, and these guys, 7X has to, you know, prove themselves here, you know, or else they get kicked down to a lower league there, you know, making it a little bit more easier for them next season. So they may be able to re-qualify for season 22, but that won't be for quite some time. That'll probably be around 4 or 5 months from now. So we do see scouting probes coming up for both players here. Now I suggest, I mean, we could see 2-gate or with gas openings. It really depends. It appears the Racer's going to go for a gas deal, but isn't really not that necessary. All you really need to do is scout. I mean, does it really restrict your opponent? I mean, yeah, I mean, it restricts them to a 2-gate. Is it really that worthwhile? I mean, not in my opinion, actually, because, you know, if you force a 2-gate, now they're going to have their 2-gate actually faster than you are. I mean, by a fraction of a second. Well, actually, no, it's actually pretty significant here. I mean, look at that. He still needs to put down a second gateway now. Look at the gateway timers now. It's actually significantly behind now, and I mean, I'm not gonna get too picky about it, but you know, it's just something to note there. And then just going over the team statistics-wise, 7X is actually 2-7 by the end of the regular season here, and uPro in Division B2 was 7-2. Now remember, guys, I mean, Division A is a much more difficult league to play in, so. You know, these stats, they may be actually equal in skill level. You know, even 7X may be even a higher skill level. I mean, they're finally playing them for the first time here, so I'll be very interested in how it's going to go down. All right, so it appears that Rancor will be actually Rancor. Yeah, he's just trying to kill off the scouting probe over here. But yep. 14 probes to 16 actually. So yeah, Light is actually ahead in probes, and it's actually kind of funny because if you do the math, this simulator is worth those 2 probes there, and that's actually significant. Not only that, he's down by probes now. He's also down by, you know, his gateway timing, which means a zealot or 2 can be out in there a little bit faster in general. So. He's got to look to put some pressure here. Rancor should be okay. He may lose 1 or 2 probes, depending on how good the micro is of Light here. Now, it doesn't even look like he's going to be able to do it. The ships are penetrated. It looks like he's going to continue to aggressive with these 2 gates here. He does have his gas up in, well, he actually does have his gas kit. He looks like he's just going to take an expand, yeah. I mean, I'd actually rather Light just play a little bit more defense. I mean, yes, he got his gateway timing a little bit faster, which actually allowed him to play a little bit more defense in here. The only reason why I say that, of course, maybe for upgrades, cannons, maybe. I know, but we actually saw gas deal by Late, which I didn't actually see. I apologize for that. As the colors usually are somewhat harder to indicate on a simulator, but you guys get the basic gist of it. So going back down to 20. Wow, actually, Light's ahead by 4 probes. And you know, in a mirror matchup, that is pretty significant in general, but. What have you. I'm so glad whenever I look up at XSplit, I'm not dropping frames anymore. It's so nice. These videos are really small. They upload in quick time. It's really great. All right, so we have the expansion coming up. We have another expansion coming up for, or appears to be for Rancor here. His game, you know, Rancor's been a little bit delayed in tech overall. I mean, I didn't really see the necessary precaution to really get a gas deal on this. I mean, I guess it's just for like do you want to delay that tech for that much longer? I mean. It's definitely, like, cheesy in its own right, but, I mean, what can you do about it? I mean, it's not... it's not the end of the world, but I mean, it's not like proven to be better or worse than not gas stealing in PvP. I mean, for sure, it definitely delays, you know, whatever you're trying to go for. I'm just taking out my shoes here. I apologize, but I mean, what do? I mean, you go for the gas steal. I mean, so it delays their tech, and not only that, it delays their you know, where their army is. I mean, they either have to pull off probes, they have to pull off a zealot or two. I mean, that means that their army's broken, or, you know, slight of their army shaved off from the main whole of the army for a little while. And not only that, though, or the whole army's just backtracked for a tiny bit to get that gas. So, I mean, but is that worth the 100 minerals? Would you rather get a zealot? Would you rather get 2 more probes here? Again, I mean, we do see, you know, a better probe count for light. I mean, ever so slightly again, but it's just that kind of edge in a mirror matchup, especially when you're going, you know, I mean, these players appear to going identical builds here, Mass Zealot, but again, if we actually look at this, it's 12 Zealots to 6, but I believe that's because he's getting +1. No, he actually just got a forge for cannons. We have Cybercore coming up, oh, whoa, hold on. Light Cybercore is significantly delayed, but yeah, they're going for Mass Zealot right here. I mean, definitely, I mean, you can look at the number games here. I mean, 14 Zealots to 6 Zealots, but there is a cannon there. Does that play the big difference? No, I don't think so. I think he's going to be able to break down this front door and potentially just end this game outright right here. But here we go, just going to engage your probes to get pulled off the line here, but Light just has the better concave and everything. I mean, he's going for the cannon as well here. I mean, cannons do go down pretty quickly from this. If you don't remember, if you guys don't know, GG by Rancor, not surprising there. So let me just talk about this game real quick. In general, I mean, I can't really tell you why. I mean, theoretically, what should have happened was a more macro style. What we saw there was we saw an investment into a forge that wasn't for upgrades that could have proven to be effective in that engagement. We saw a lack of probes, and I wasn't checking his macro that much that game, but definitely something to consider. You know, that was, I mean, he was down by probes for I think every part of that game, which you really want to be as Protoss in a PvP. But not only that, you know, I mean, you got to produce more units. I mean, that's just it's PvP. You need to consistently produce units. Yes, the Cybercore is open, but he went for a timing with like 14 Zealots. I'm not sure if that was like timing or something, but he definitely went for a push. If it was a timing push or not, I can't really tell you. But the fact of the matter is that it worked. It beat the game, and I'm just trying to figure out what messed up. I apologize. What messed up or Light there? No, Rancor. It's hard to tell. I mean, the gas steal maybe. I mean, it did force a 2-gate. I mean, most of the time when that happens, you're gonna have pressure on you, which did happen. He went back. He didn't lose a single zealot, which also helped him, you know, with that later on aggression. That's what I really like about players. You know, they go for that aggression, and then like, well, shit, I can't do anything with it. But they keep the units safe and they keep them alive. And then when you go for that like 10-minute timing push or whatever, that push is so much more powerful. Even though maybe your opponent lost 1 or 2 zealots, and that really plays a big difference there. More cannons, maybe. I'm not really sure if you have the macro to support it though. Maybe teching too hard. But anyway, guys, that concludes this VOD. So game 1 does go to Rancor here. Let me just go to this. We'll go to Rancor here. So let me just oh no, sorry. Change it up a little bit. We'll just give it to well, why don't we just give it to Light, because you know he won. Guys, thanks for watching. We're going to game number 2 very shortly, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.